So basically, I just got this that, I mean, I thought I was high vibrational, high frequency, but apparently not so very much. So the creator powers everything. Our creator powers gives everything power. There's an order to everything. That's why we have our joy. If we follow our joy, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We don't really need to eat, apparently, or feed off of anything. Because if you're being powered by the creator, you don't really need to have anything. You know, you're not required, you don't have to eat. But, you know, some entities and stuff, they just don't follow their intuition. They don't follow their joy. I don't know what happened to them. They just want to do something different. They just want to be against creation. They don't want to follow their joy, stuff like that, for whatever reason. I don't know why. But when that happens, they eventually lose connection to the creator, which powers everything. So they don't have any power. They don't have any energy. So they need to eat. They need to feed off of something that the creator, they need to feed off of another entity that's connected to the creator, because if they don't, they die. They don't have any power, because the battery that runs everything, the power is from the creator. The creator designed everything. It's a system that the creator made, and everything that the creator made, it's powered. That's where the energy comes from. That is the source of all the energy, the creator. And some entities, they just lose touch with it. They want to do their own thing, or they got lost somehow. They don't know. They're not powered by the creator anymore. They're doing their own thing. They've lost touch so much from not listening to their joy, not listening to their intuition stuff. That's how the true creator teaches or tells us what we're supposed to be doing. That's like following our inner self, our soul, what we're meant to be doing. And when that happens, then they need to feed. They need to feed in order to survive. And, you know, they're feeding off of other things, and that causes suffering, and that makes, you know, it denses up, it like gets heavier and heavier and heavier. It's like they keep feeding off of the suffering of others, and then that makes them suffer. So they're eating their suffering, and makes them heavier and heavier and heavier, and it's just like a cycle. Whereas that if they were just to follow like their intuition, their inner soul, their, you know, things like that, then they wouldn't need to feed off of other things, because they would just be happy because they were being powered. That's just how the system works, I guess. So yeah, if they just follow their happiness and stuff, and follow their inner joy, inner self, and not be concerned with outside stuff, then they would be powered by the creator. And the creator has made plans and all these things that, you know, keep you satisfied and give you everything that you want and need. But they kind of fell out of touch with it, and the system came unbalanced, and they're trying to feed, and if they don't feed, they're going to die, or I don't know what's going to happen to them, but, you know, they're feeding off of others, so they're getting denser and denser. I guess eventually, if they don't have any food, they'll eventually find their way back to the creator. I'm not sure, but that's just what I got. That's why others have to feed off of other things, because I was sitting there thinking, like, I mean, what am I supposed to eat? Do plants feel pain? I mean, I guess maybe I'm not as high vibe, I'm not sure, as high frequency as I thought, because I need to still eat. I mean, I guess I don't need to, but I prefer to eat. I hope I'm not hurting. I'm trying to figure that out, but yeah, that's what I got to download, that everything is powered by the creator. If everybody were to follow their intuition and stuff, their inner knowing, what comes from inside, then they wouldn't need to feed, and everything would be happy, I guess. So yeah, So I guess what they call these light beings, or light entities or stuff like that, they're powered. They don't need to feed or anything. They have their own light. They have their own power source. So they're connected to the creator. And some of them just don't have bodies because they're so high frequency, high vibe that they don't even have bodies or something like that. I don't know if we're just so dense that we have bodies. I don't know if you know, we're so far sunken, so full of density that like that's why we have bodies. But some of us just like we're just very very dense. I thought it was high frequency, high vibe, but apparently not. I'm maybe at the more high frequency. There's some of us, I guess I consider myself, can just we're at the top of the frequency vibration level, but even that barely is able to communicate with the high frequency, high vibe of many entities. So we're kind of like the bridge. Some of us are dense, but we have reached a higher frequency vibration level that we can barely like. I reach up my finger and like ET contact. Just I reach up my finger because I'm barely touching up at that point of the high frequency, high vibration, that I can touch the tip of my finger to their tip of their finger, because they are so high vibes, high frequency, that they can't get distance. It's too below their frequency. So yeah, humanity just has become very, most are very dense that they can't, it's like there's no there has been barely any communication until now. And some of us just are touching fingers with them at the high frequency, high vibration, and we're just making contact now because we couldn't even reach each other before. Now we can, and it's just the beginning. It was just barely, like we were just so lost down here, so dense, so heavy, and we're just barely making contact. And it's important because they've been seeing things, watching, but I mean, what could they can't, maybe some of them might have attempted to come to make contact or something, but they couldn't. They wanted to help, but they can't. Their bodies couldn't. It's too dense. They don't know how, or they can't take it. It's too much for them. Too much. It's too awful. And now we're, a lot of human beings, many human beings. Maybe perhaps in the past it was somebody like, I don't know, maybe one of those people like Buddha or something, or Jesus or something. There's some people, I guess, maybe they're called the Christed beings or something, that made contact, because they were so high frequency, high vibe. But there's been, a few here and there, but not many, not many. And because of the feeding thing around, especially one that has a lot of light and a lot of source energy. Other things are around trying to feed on them, so they haven't. It's been hard for them to even tell others about anything, because things have been trying to feed on them and attacking them and stuff. So, but now there's more, and we're just making contact. We're just saying hello and finally touching our fingertips to them. And we just keep on getting a little bit lighter, and the heaviness is fading a bit, and we're getting lighter and making ourselves more high frequency, high vibe. And they're more than happy. They're so happy that we can actually just, more of us are like, like ET, just making contact with them. But it's been a long time that they've been wanting to help and assist us, but been very dense, and they're, they're beings too. They have, they're, it's another way of living that they have. They can't, it's like, it's like, imagine if it, like, as human beings, that we would have to, like, you know, sit in mud to contact certain beings, to go into, like, thick mud and stay there to say hello to the whatever's at the bottom of the muddy, you know, gunk down there. So, they have their own existences, and nobody likes to feel this nastiness. I know that I've been living in this nastiness. I don't even know. It's been a struggle almost every day of my life. I can count that there's been a few, just less than 100 days in my life that have been, like, maybe less than 50 that have been happy, like, that have felt with all that dense stuff, and I'm 44, so it's not been very many days in my life, but like whole days, not like the whole day without, like a wonderful day, very, very few. I mean, I feel happy here and there, but there's always, like, some sort of dense stuff. But yeah, now we're, a lot of us are lightened up enough that we can make contact and maybe, say hello or whatever. Or not hello, that's like say what's up. And since there's more of us around, you could bring them in and say, maybe make friends and stuff, and bring more of that into this existence to make things happier, lighter, not have all this funky stuff, and maybe some of these other entities that are like so heavy, they forgot, they just got lost, it's not that they're, they just lost their way and have been stuck. They just don't know. And the beings, I guess, there might be even some beings that love these entities that got stuck down here, and they've been wanting to help them, but they couldn't even make contact, couldn't even reach them, couldn't even anything. And they've been watching, trying to figure out, and suffering too. Not like crying, like they want him to help so bad, but how do they do it? Waiting for the moment for something to rise up and just make contact, because they have beings down here that they miss, that I don't know how they got stuck down here, but they've been waiting for them to come out of here. They've got stuck in something. So now they're really happy that that there's contact being made, and some of these beings are, that their friends, their loved ones, I guess, are still so stuck, like very, very dense. They haven't made contact. So I might not be one of those beings' family or anything, but I can, help somehow, because I make contact, and maybe it'll help those other beings rise out of whatever this muck is that they got stuck in, and maybe eventually they'll see what's up, and be freed. But it's a very happy time for these beings that are high vibration, high frequency, that that they can, like, that they're seeing us, like, get, just make contact, and maybe even start to see them and stuff, and they're just so very happy that finally, yeah, and they can't wait to see their loved ones that got stuck down here, to bring them out of there, and so they wake up and see, get out of this sadness and this heaviness, So yeah, that's that they have their own light, that they don't need to be feeding off of others, that somehow, you know, they forgot they got stuck in a cycle and repetitive stuff, and then they got lost track of what was going on, and then they just kept going deeper and deeper below, and you know, so now is the cycles of, you know, cycles happen, and certain cycles make it easier to for things to happen, and you know, they're really happy, and or have like lots of hope that this time that they'll be able to get, you know, at least they would make them so happy if they could just touch their finger to the ones that they love that are stuck down here. If they could just touch their finger, that would be wow for them. It would be so wow that they just wow. They would make us so happy you just cannot imagine. Yeah, it would just it would just be a super celebration. But they're waiting for that, and you know, they don't want to scare people, and they, you know, they're so kind. They're just so they don't want to disturb. They're so patient. Like love is patient. They don't they giving, you know, they know things take time or something, and cycles, you know, but they haven't given up. They're there, you know, waiting. Um, Maybe some things have been done. I don't know. Perhaps they sent some people down here, and some people even got stuck down here trying to help, which is why they're a little reluctant to you know, send. You know, they see somebody that they love, a being that they love, got stuck down here. What do? I mean, if they send another one, that other one might get stuck too, and that's kind of been what has happened a few times, that they get stuck. So they're reluctant to see another one of them, those that they love, be stuck down here. But they're still waiting. They're still reaching for that. You know, for them, they haven't given up. They'll wait forever. They'll never leave them here. They won't abandon them. It doesn't matter how many billions of years it takes. I don't even know how that time works. They have other cycles and stuff, but they haven't stopped watching. They haven't stopped. They're still, you know. But just now has like when they have been just touching the curtain. They finally somebody reached up, and more, you know, are reaching that, touching their fingers, and we're gonna touch hands, and eventually, you know, talk to each other and stuff like that, and see them. And but yeah, some of these people that seem, or entities that seem absolutely horrible, are actually some of their loved ones that somehow got stuck down here, and they were trying to come down and help. They were trying to come down and help. So the thing is a super silly thing that they were like trying to come down because they were trying to get their loved ones out of here or something, or help, and then they got stuck too, and more got stuck, and you know, and it's hard to see things because because to come in here you have to, it's like something, it's very dense, so you lose a lot of your connection. You don't know how, you know, it's kind of like a forgetfulness thing that it's so dense that you can't even, it's hard to even manage your light. And you know, even if you have some light, you get more attacked, and people try to eat off of you, try to feed off of you, and then that brings their, you know, density lower, and it's tough. It's been tough. But yeah, some of these awful, horrible, what we consider horrible beings, are actually beings of light that forgot or got stuck down here. They got beat up, and then they turned dense and got denser and denser and denser, and then so that's what happened. So the light, you know, just that staying in touch with the Creator creates it's your own energy source, your power source, because there's like a plan, there's like already a schematic, there's like a blueprint, and you know, everything's laid out. I don't know how, because everybody could, you know, it's a peaceful, harmonious existence, but for some reason, some other beings they just want to do something different, and then it got out of hand, and got denser and denser. I don't think, most of them didn't, they don't even know what happened. It just kind of like snowball effect of a deeper and deeper and deeper muck, and yeah, that's what happened, and they don't even know who they are anymore. I forgot. So yeah, that's what I'm getting, that they're there and they're so very happy. They really are. They're so happy. They just are. Just they're so happy, so very happy. It's just wow. And they don't want to, they just like, they know it takes time, but they're just making contact. But they know, like, they're so waiting to talk, to see their loved ones. They so are, to embrace them and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I'm so glad that they're happy, and everything's going good. Stay happy, stay joyful. Just be silly, be stuff happens. Just it's not, I know some people are suffering, but it's like a kind of a joke, like, look at what happened to you. You just got one down there, and what? But we miss you, and we want you to come. I can't wait till you come back and catch you up on so many things, and all the things we saw happen to you. We're watching you. We never forgot you. Yeah. And there's so many family beings we want you to meet that have come along, that since you left, and we're still here waiting for you, watching you, rooting for you, cheering you on. We are. Yeah. So I got